What's up, YouTube? This is D's Nuts 69, and this is the Veronica Lizard channel. And I got a little something different for you today. We're gonna have a little bit of a talk, a little bit of a conversation, little gabbity gab, so to speak. What we're gonna talk about is going to be somewhat serious, somewhat of a serious nature, if you will. But before we get into the serious shit, I want to go ahead and talk about the Battlefield beta. And the Battlefield beta just came out, and it came out for consoles and everything. And we downloaded it for PlayStation 4, and we have yet to be able to play it. The servers are pretty much down. They opened up, and I'm sure people just flooded in there like just crazed madmen. As to be expected. I mean, these guys are, they're hyping up the game, I think, in a very interesting, original way. They've gone about it very differently than anybody else has ever gone about a game release. They came out with a little teeny trailer, and then that little teeny trailer turned into, they had a closed alpha, and then had pretty much every YouTuber they could think of who plays the game come to their events, and then they had one more event for the YouTubers, and then after that they let all of them pretty much come out with their videos and whatnot, and then release the beta. And I think that's really awesome. I think it's fucking incredible that, Battlefield is collaborating with YouTubers. They know where their market is. They're smart. There's people at DICE, they're damn smart. And I think it's really cool that they did it that way. Why spend all that money on bullshit advertising when you've got all the advertising you need? And not to mention, you're getting other people's names out there. I mean, you got, big name YouTubers up there and some of the smaller guys who actually just recently kind of blown up. And I'm talking about you guys, Neebs. Yeah, go ahead, Apps33 and that was awesome. Good job, Apps. But anyways, if anybody doesn't know who I'm talking about the Neebs Gaming channel, Battlefield Friends. If y'all don't know who the fuck that is, you need to go to Machinima and look up Battlefield Friends, and then you need to go to Neebs Gaming and subscribe to those guys, because they're the most awesome group of guys on YouTube right now that I know of. Anyways, and also that they're actual true creators. They've got their fingers in pretty much everything. So there's my shameless Neebs plug, because I love you guys, and you guys inspired me a lot to make a channel, so that's for you. Thanks. But anyways, so yeah, I think the way Battlefield is going about it is very cool. So I haven't played it yet, and on my next video, I'm going to make sure I play it, and on my next video, I'll make sure that that's what it's going to be about. It's going to be my opinion on what Battlefield 1 is so far. Now, on to the serious topic. And the serious topic is, what's really important? And what I mean by what's important is, like, what's important right now for people, for reality, for our country. Well, I know one thing is to not be so damn butthurt when a freaking NFL player decides he's going to not stand up for the national anthem. People have protested the national anthem a lot, and, I can't argue either way when it comes to that. You can say that song could be racist or whatever. The parts we've sang aren't necessarily, but the song itself is. And if you know the history of the song, that there was some pretty fucked up shit involved. But anyways, this guy came out of fucking nowhere. The media came out of nowhere and pointed out that he had done this. But he had been doing it all season long. And I'm not trying to point out, that he's a Muslim or anything, but he did just convert to Islam, I think this year. Don't quote me on there, but, I don't have a problem with Islam. I have a problem with radical, and I'm not even going to say radical Islam. I just have a problem with radicals. It doesn't even matter if you're Islam, Hindu, American, neo-Nazi, whatever. You're fucking radical. I have a problem with you, because if you want to harm people, then I have a problem. So there. To get back on topic, what I'm getting at is, this guy just converted to Islam, and we got some pretty powerful people in the government that are members of the Muslim Brotherhood. And if anybody know who the Muslim Brotherhood is, they're not cool. They put in a false dictatorship there in Egypt, and they've just done all types of shit. I mean, I could talk about them for fucking hours, but my point is there's a lot of crazy shit going on, and this guy just so happens to just have converted, and then just started doing it this year, or doing this shit with the national anthem this season, and people got all butthurt about it. Because he got up there and said, he's doing it because he can't represent a country that oppresses black people. But this country doesn't oppress black people, and it hasn't done that in a very long time. Again, it's just another example of, somebody in a powerful position spreading more divide. Why point out shit like that? That's not even a fucking point. It's not even a thing. We were over this shit not that long ago. And now all of a sudden, race is a fucking huge issue in this country again. I go around and I don't see really much of a problem with it. It's just little pockets of it here and there. Paid pockets, I like to call them. Because most of this hate and racism that you're getting is coming from the BLM, Black Lives Matter. These people, I'm sorry, are the most racist motherfuckers in the world at this moment. You're getting paid by George fucking Soros, and you've got nothing but communist fucking ideas, and you got communist groups and revolutionary groups following your every fucking move and wherever you go, and they leave little posters fucking everywhere. But you're for the American people, you're for Black Lives Matter, but the whole Michael Brown incident was based on a lie. Hands up, don't shoot, you still fucking chant that shit. You literally are telling black people to put their hands up like they're already under arrest. That's pretty fucked up. That's almost like submission right there, in a psychological level. It's submission. Every one of y'all out there protesting, you're putting your fucking hands up. It's submissive. You don't even fucking understand it. The psychologics of it all. But anyways, we need to stop focusing on shit like this. Fuck Colin Kaepernick. He's talking about it oppresses black people. Well, you know what? You play for the fucking NFL. And none of those black people seem to be very oppressed. They seem to be quite fucking rich. And very famous and very comfortable. So, you can take your little fucking oppressive argument and shove it up your own fucking spoon-fed adopted ass. You're lucky you got fucking adopted. It doesn't matter if your parents were fucking white. You could have got adopted by another black couple and they could have raised you just the same. It's all in, the person's moral fiber. But, I'm not talking about your parents. I'm talking about that shit. But that whole thing doesn't fucking matter. All it is just a distraction. All the sheeple who are football fans and who don't give two shits about, important things, we're starting to pay attention to Hillary Clinton. So we needed somebody in the NFL world to cause a distraction. And that's all it was. It was just a big distraction. It got everybody all butthurt and started talking about him while real shit's going on. Fucking Hillary Clinton is being exposed, and Huma Abedin is being exposed again. I learned something a few years ago during the whole Anthony Weiner Gate that she was the head of the fucking Muslim Sisterhood here in the United States. Yeah, y'all should really research Huma Abedin. She's not who she says she is. She's a very, very seated past. And what I mean by seated past, I mean she's not for the fucking people. These motherfuckers are not who they say they are. They're not for you. They're not trying to help you. So we need to get that whole idea that, these fucking people are trying to do anything. And I'm not a fucking Trump supporter, so don't go thinking that I'm going to go Trump or support Trump. And I'm a libertarian, but I'm starting to find my issues with Gary Johnson, too. I mean, there's a few very unlibertarian things Gary Johnson said, but, that could be for another fucking conversation. But what's really important? Well, what's important here is we need to get our heads out of our asses and stop worrying about all this fucking bullshit. We need to focus on what what's really going on here. And what is really going on here? Well, what's really going on is you got our government trying to push a war against Syria because they don't like, Assad. Well, why don't they like Assad? He hasn't done anything to them. He hasn't done anything to anybody, really. Do research on him and what he's done with the people. When you ask people from that area what he's done, and you look up interviews of Syrian people and ask them their thoughts of him, and they think he's a great guy because he's helped them prosper. But since we've been involved in the whole ISIS fucking bullshit, they can't. Damascus is in fucking ruin. We're talking about it's Syria. It's literally the cradle of civilization. It is the place. People talk about Israel and Egypt and all that. No, Syria. It's Damascus. That's what we need to pay attention to. We need to start focusing on who these fucking people are that are trying to run the show, because they're trying to run the show to the point where they're gonna burn all of us. They want to start a war with Russia. Russia's done warned, and I don't give a fuck what anybody says. Putin has done come out numerous times and said he doesn't want this shit. He doesn't understand why NATO keeps putting this fucking defense force around him, and which can be easily converted to other things. He doesn't understand why, our government, our politicians are coming to Ukraine and starting a bunch of shit, and then even worried about the fucking whole Crimea thing. We need to stop policing the world. Let them worry about that shit. Crimea wanted to be with Russia, so let them be with Russia. And be honest with you, people should listen to some Russians. I've actually known quite a few Russians in my life because, a lot of them have lived here. I knew an exchange student when I was in school. I worked with a couple of them, and I knew a couple of them that worked in the area around here out in Virginia Beach. These guys, they've seen what communism and socialism is all about. They don't want it. They're trying to get away from it, and Putin has done a pretty damn good job of doing that. But, and I'm not saying that Russia's fucking perfect and Putin's perfect and, they're all corrupt too, but they're not out here poking fucking sticks at all these fucking people. They're not out there trying to start a fight. That's what we need to realize here, is that our government's out here trying to start a fucking fight for no fucking reason. And fucking ISIS, man. Where ISIS is all on our fucking paycheck. Your money comes out every fucking week, and that money's going to them. Not all of it, but fuck. I guess my point is we need to wake up, and we need to start paying attention. And I want to be the gaming channel where we're gamers, but at the same time, we know what's going on. I'd like to have a channel like that. There's plenty of tinfoil hat conspiracy channels, and there's plenty of gamer channels, but there haven't been both. And I'm wondering if that's going to be my thing or not. And if it is, well, then so be it. I don't have a problem with that because, I love gaming, and I'm always trying to pay attention shit. That was one of the things that my dad taught me when I was real young. He was like, son, you need to pay attention to what's going on in the world. I didn't until I was older. When I did, it was an eye-opening experience for me. And, it's opened my mind up in ways that I never even thought possible. I mean, hell, I would have never been able to do anything like this without having my eyes open, because I didn't think like that. I didn't have that attitude. It completely changed my attitude about life and what my abilities were. It was a completely different person. So, I can tell you one thing. You do open your eyes in this life, people. It's great. It's single-handedly one of the greatest things in my life, next to my daughter and my wife and my family in general, is being aware, because my mind opened up in ways that I never thought. It's just absolutely amazing. But anyways, guys, I think I'm about done. If you like what you hear, you like what you see, you want to see more, you want to hear more, let me know in the comment. You put down topics. If you got a question, hey, what do you think about this? I'll make a video on it. Put it down there in the comments. It's the only way I'm going to know what you want me to talk about. And not to mention, what do you want to see? If y'all don't want to see a bunch of Gmod shit or Minecraft or whatever let me know. Put it on the comment. I should be getting more content out more often now, and I'm going to continue to do that. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope to see y'all in the next one. Like and subscribe, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day and keep your eyes open. Peace out. This is D's Nuts 69 signing out YouTube. Later.